November 30th, 1854. While still under construction, Building 3 of the Windy Road Market is swallowed nearly whole by a sinkhole. Officials urge residents that the grounds are stable and that no threat to their safety exists. The developers in charge of the project, the WebSoak real estate company, maintains no wrongdoing despite allegations of improper foundational bearing. Several days later, a journalist covering the incident is reported missing after a severe snowstorm. 13 workers are killed in the incident, leaving their families without a source of income ahead of a freezing winter. Alright guys, it is currently winter in-game. It is December, fast approaching 1855, and I am putting the finishing details on the Windy Road Market. It is almost ready to open for customers. Now, the Windy Road Market, if I haven't explained before, is going to be a farmer's market in WebSoak City. Currently, this area is called Downtown WebSoak, but I'm thinking I might change the name of it in the near future. Now, the reason for that is I don't want to force this area to be redeveloped in the future by calling it Downtown. It kind of implies that people will have to tear down all of their builds and rebuild them as skyscrapers in the future. Now, that's not exactly a requirement that I'm going to impose. My idea is in the future when skyscrapers become available, it will be optional to the plot owner if they want to redevelop their plot as a skyscraper or some other structure, dependent on area zone. As for this area, of course, this is kind of going to be the OG area. So what does that mean? That sort of means that only the early adopters of the city are likely to have plots here. And it's possible that people may not want to tear down their builds come the 1900s when skyscrapers and high-rises become more common. It's very well possible people might say, I think we should preserve the historic builds here because these were the first builds on the map. And, while some might be more of a target for demolition than others may not be. And as this area fills up, there's eventually going to become the problem of people may not want to redevelop their plots. So that's entirely fine. And I call it the OG area because eventually this area is going to fill up, probably sometime in the next few months, and when it fills up, that means that all plots in the neighborhood will be owned by somebody, and they will actually have the option not to redevelop or give away their plots. Once somebody owns a plot, they don't actually have to give it away. The only way that it can be given away at that point or taken from them forcibly is eminent domain. Eminent domain is not going to happen for a skyscraper. It is going to happen for something like a subway, and it's not very likely that a subway is going to tear down the entire neighborhood. So, yeah. My idea is possibly to rename this area to Coenties or maybe Verdi, because this is Verdi Square, so maybe rename the neighborhood to Verdi, and consider Verdi the original downtown, but if come the 1900s, people refuse to redevelop their plots here, then that's fine. There can just be another downtown. You know, a polycentric city is well within the possibilities of this project. So yeah, right now I'm just putting the finishing touches on the Windy Road Market. I was doing these signs here. So there we go. There's ladder access to get to the top. For maintenance purposes, you can come up here. And my thinking was, how would they maintain the signs? So they must need a walkway of some sort to get up, and then a ladder. Now, I did show the time-lapse building the actual structures, but I did not really show the interior very much. So here we have the Windy Road Market Meat and Poultry wing. So this is building 2, meat department. And here we have building 1. That's incorrect. This should say building 1. So I made a mistake with the sign here. I'll fix that. Right now, this is what the fuck? That's weird. This is what the okay, interesting. I did not know that could happen. This is what the video is for. Actually, I think should be these ones, right? I just have to change this. Hopefully this is the right size. And it will fit. No. That is going to be... is this? Oh, shit. I don't know which one it is. Is it this one? No, I think this is 64. It's going to be... Okay, I did not save the typewriter for that sign. This one? No, I don't think it's a 64. I think it's a 128. Yeah, it looks like it's a 128. Maybe it's size 55. Okay, so I'm trying to match. Too big. So maybe it's a size 40. Probably would have been an even number, right? I'll just get another. Go. Hopefully one of these fits. Okay, looks like this size will fit a size. I think that was 40. Yeah, looks like the 40 is going to fit. So we'll just put that in right there, and it's a little off. So if we do this, should be able to just move it into place like that. And there we go. This is building 1. Yep, building 1. See? Building 1. And then there's actually a sign for this one for the address. I guess I should do a similar sign for this side. So we'll just take the other sign, clear it out, and then put it on that side. And yes, as I did mention before, 1854 is rapidly approaching its end. How time flies. And sadly, my summer is also approaching its end. It means I have to start classes soon. What's my plan for this series? As classes start, of course classes will be the priority. You know, I have to make sure that I keep my grades up. But as for the world, I will continue to work on it as much as possible. The show will go on, you know, the timeline will continue. There are other builders working on the project now, so it's not just me. So that bodes pretty well for things, since I'm not doing all of the work. It's good. It's good. It means that the project is not entirely dependent on me to survive. So my plan for this, I will not be as active with, you know, building, but I'm going to try to get on every morning for a few hours and get some stuff done. There we go. Just make sure that's not floating, which it is. And yeah, my upload schedule once the semester starts will be, I'm going to guarantee at least one video a week. Because, you know, the first 2 episodes, I was just doing, you know, a recording each day and then uploading that. I think that for the purposes of, episode being more interesting, then it's probably better to do multiple recordings over a couple of days. Let me make sure that's spelled right. Should be spelled right. Yeah, so for the purposes of the episodes being more jam-packed, I think it is better to do weekly or semi-weekly. Or not semi-weekly, sorry. Weekly or twice a week, depending on how much gets done in each episode. And then this should be 37 through 47 Windy Road. Let me see how I do it on the other side. So it's just windy, okay. 37 through 47 Windy. So that's the plan. And oh shit. Okay. We'll do this. So if I miss an upload on a week, don't worry about it. Stuff is still going on in the world. I just have to focus on my classes more than the world because classes will be starting. Oh, I see the problem. I see. Let's try that. Yeah, so classes will be starting. Of course, that's going to take priority. But I will still work on the world, and I'll still try to get an upload out every week. If an upload does not come out 1 week, so if I miss a week, it's not because I've stopped working on the world. It's because I may have been working on a very large project, for example, so I wanted it to all be in one episode so that it would be a more interesting episode. And yeah, that's why. If that happens, again, it's not that I've forgotten about the series or just decided to stop uploading, because I am really enjoying this world. You know, the reason I started this world was because Minecraft MTA was no longer enjoyable, so I wanted to start doing something else, and it was just too time-consuming. Whereas this, yes, it's time-consuming, but it does not feel like work, so I'm enjoying it a lot. And there we go. We have the signs for building 2. This is the one little sewer that the city has. Very small sewer. It only connects to this one building because it wouldn't really make sense for a city of this size. I mean, the population of the city is currently 725, I think, or 730. So it's not very populated. But hopefully with this new farmers market, the population of the city is actually going to go up. And yeah, I'm probably going to detail this more later on, but I believe this is now in a state, because it's a farmer's market. It's not a store that has to be move-in, or not move-in ready. It doesn't have to be detailed with everything, because the idea is that the farmers would come in every morning and bring in all of the products that they have from the farms, and then, that's a mistake. Can you fit through here? No. You know, they'd bring in everything from the farms, and everybody would come in, buy their food in the morning, and then they'd have stuff for dinner, and it would all be fresh food, because prior to this, the city did not actually have any grocery store options. There were cafes, but there were no grocery stores. And where are the cafes getting their food from? You know, that's a question that has to be asked. So, yeah, we have this farmer's market now. These typewriters are not canon, but I'm going to keep them up here in case I want to have the same font and in the exact same size. It's for the best if I just keep them. And, yeah, let's put these up here. Take these. Put that there. Is it automatically rotating them all? That's weird. I guess because it's considered the same little tile structure. That's very weird. There we go. Back out here. And the other side. And yeah, you can see it has snowed in the city. Everything's covered in snow. Pretty awesome. And yeah, the only issue is that it can snow through little tiles blocks. In order to fix that, you have to do this, swap them out for little tiles blocks, but it's not really that big of a deal. The snow will melt in the spring, so it's only really an issue during the winter. I'm just making sure all of these staircases are built. They should be, because I did a lot of this off camera last night. There are no lights here. Let me fix that. Custom lamp design I made. A custom gas lamp. There we go. And yeah, again, the idea is that the farmers would come in and fill out the stalls. Maybe we could throw some chairs in. Where there's some chairs to grab. There should be some outside around. Yep, there we go. So we could put some chairs in so that they're not standing all day. Although they probably would be anyway. Just because they're going to be constantly helping people. Chair there. You know, just to give them somewhere to rest. And you'd probably have like two farmers per stall. Lore-wise, this is going to be great, though, because this should, you know, with the job system in the city, this will definitely increase the population by quite a bit. My idea is that the buildings themselves will have security staff, they'll have, you know, owners, so this will bring jobs there. And then I know the farmers would not actually live here, they would live on a farm, but I'm going to say that the farms are counted as part of WebSoak City, so they're actually part of the metropolitan area, even though they're not built. I'm just going to say that they're counted in the metropolitan area. So I will count the stalls as adding new jobs to the city, and this should add quite a lot because there's a lot of stalls, so this should increase the population of the city quite a lot. I think this should actually take us to a capacity or to a demand of 1,000 population, just because of how many stalls there are here. It's just going to be so many jobs. I'm thinking 2 jobs per stall, so you'd have the farmer and the assistant, and you're going to multiply those all by 5, and the population of the city is just going to soar. It is just absolutely going to soar. We should be up in the 1,000 range after this opens. It's just going to be awesome. Because my goal was to get the city population to 1,000 before the end of 1854. And we are rapidly approaching 1855. It is currently December. It is actually the second half of December, so as of midnight in real life today, it is going to be at 1855, which is already crazy. It feels like the map is just moving forward so fast, you know? I don't know if I like it there. I think I'll do it here and just move the lamp. But yeah, it feels like it's just going so fast. You know, when I started this map back in July, I know the first episode was uploaded in August, I believe. I started the map itself back in July, end of July, late July. It was like, I think the 22nd. It just felt like there was so much summer left. And now here I am, about 2 weeks away from classes resuming. Crazy how time flies when you're having fun like this. It's definitely been fun with the builders that have been coming in compared to Minecraft MTA, where it was private. This actually is semi-public, so you can actually apply to become a builder and join the city. Pretty cool. Okay, this one's just one big stall. Wow. Okay. Stall here, and then there will be another one over here. And I think we're reaching the last of the stalls here. And then, yeah, my idea will be to put, like, crates and stuff on the stalls themselves. We'll come and detail it, maybe in the next video, or maybe I'll just do it off camera for a live stream. I'll probably do it over a live stream. Yeah, I think I'll do that, because we'll have to make a ton of different things. It will be crates, and then some will have fish, some will have meat, some will have eggs. So, yeah. Oh, there'll also have to be furniture. I guess we'll want to have some benches here. I could just use the couch design I've made. Honestly, I wouldn't mind doing that. Yeah, I think this is filled out. I've been working on this for quite a while. I think it started, canonically, I think it started in the fall and is now finishing up in the winter. Of course, we had the sinkhole open up through the third building. Building 3 was unfortunately taken by a sinkhole, but that's just lore building, so it's okay. Eventually something else will replace it, but this sinkhole will remain for some time, probably through 1855. And you can see there's the water in the sinkhole. The ice has just been completely frozen over. It's very crazy how the seasons mod works. It will not actually freeze river biomes, so if I wanted this lake here to freeze, I'd have to manually go through it and change the biome, which does not work with World Edit. So there's a biome wand that you have to actually use to change it. You'd actually have to go through and do this, and then it will change it, and then it will start to freeze over. It will still snow in a river biome, but it won't actually pile up or freeze over. For some reason, it's just not piling here. Some spots just won't pile up. Those were former river biomes. Maybe that's why. Yeah. So that's the Windy Road Market. I'll probably... You know what? Actually, I'll just showcase what's changed. Here, there's going to be a nice iron cast building, as well as over here. Here you can see Versailles Square in the winter of 1854. The December snowfall has covered it up. Here you can see a building that is being worked on by one of the builders. Dead Hands is building this very nicely detailed structure. I'll not go inside until he has finished it. Here we have another structure. I'm working on this one. Not too sure what it's going to be. I'm thinking maybe a theater. A theater with some residential units, or a hotel, perhaps. I may even just convert it into the municipal building. The original municipal building, and this is also going to be an iron cast building. The original municipal building has been put on hold, as I'm unsure how I wish to proceed with the design, or if I want to repurpose it. Here we have a building built by Dead Hand, as well as this one. And then we have a tenement built by me that he semi-worked on with these extra brick detailing. The bakery I built here. Very nice, simple bakery. And then this here is the King's Plaza. The trees were built by, I believe it's Moyne. Why are they whole structures? Did he make this a fixed structure? I see. Okay, I mean, I hope that doesn't cause lag, because I think fixed structures have been known to contribute to lag, but I see why he would have done that. Just because it makes it easier to manage. And then here's a building. Moyne is building. I think it's pronounced Moyne. It's a Swedish name. Spelled like this. I think that's Moyne, so hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. And yeah, here we have Plaza Place. Just goes east to west here. Then here we have what's now provisioned for a park. This is going to be... It's not named yet. And here, beneath the snow... Is this a river? Oh, this is a river. Yeah, I have to change that. There we go. Changing this over to a plains. so that it will actually pile up snow during the winter. And there you can see snow is starting to pile up here. It will not pile up snow unless it is a temperate biome. Then we have some stuff that Moin is building over here. And then because I went ahead and changed this entire lake over to a plains biome, it froze over, which I think is pretty cool. I did that because it was smaller, so I thought it would be cool if we had it so that the entire lake would just freeze over during the winter, and then maybe people could ice skate here. And then the lily pads, of course, survive the ice, which is very interesting. And then it looks like this area is also a river biome. There we go. There we go. Now it should pile snow there as well. So let's just go over and see the city hall. Here's a building that Aquaperson is constructing. This is a tenement. No, I'm not sure if this is a tenement. I think this is a tenement. To me, it looks like a tenement. It's a low-rise, mixed-use. This should have been 3 stories. This here is the Regal Company headquarters, the current office. Go inside. Bit empty over here, but he's working on that for the future. Then this is their office space. This is Aquaperson's company. And, whereas mine is much smaller if we actually go over here. My headquarters, the WebSoak Real Estate Company HQ, is actually over here, and it looks like I have to change those blocks because snow is piling up. The HQ, you can see, is comparatively much smaller. I've been told I should perhaps make it larger, but I didn't think it was really necessary. I mean, given the size of the city, I feel like a real estate office, a development office of this size could probably manage just fine. You probably have the information about all the buildings on this bookshelf here and in the drawers. I didn't feel like a much larger office was even necessary. And here you have this area here, hidden courtyard. I'm not sure if I've shown this off, but yeah, hidden courtyard. This is what it looks like during the winter. And yeah, it's just such a peaceful vibe here in the winter. It's so nice. Love it. I absolutely love it. Here we have the basement bar. I don't think I've shown this in any videos, but I built this between streams. I did 1 stream so far, so I built this between episodes. Yeah, little cozy below grade bar in the basement here. And then this hotel, unfortunately, was not finished in time to officially open up before the end of 1854, so this will have to open in the winter of 1855, unfortunately. Here we have the chess club, just part of our final tour. I did go ahead and fix this typo, or this error. I've been learning the language, but it's not perfect. So I was corrected in the comments that this should say Igreive Schachmete, not Igrat Schachmete, or play chess. And yeah, this just says club. And then this just says chess club. Side. And then you have the chess pieces, of course. I think I've shown this area. There we go. Have some new trees. We might put some fencing around them eventually. Sheriff's office, standing strong. This is one of the OG Wild West era buildings, back before I started the series, and there were only 3 builders, really 2 when this was built. And now there's a handful of builders. Then we have this abandoned building, of course. We'll see what happens to these abandoned plots in 1855. I don't really see them surviving as abandoned plots, through 1855, because as we can see, Versailles Square is starting to fill up, and once it fills up, these will be targets And we have the ice cream shop being worked on by Dirkilder. The ice cream shop itself, he claims this entire building is 90% done. So this is the ice cream shop. I think he had plans to put benches here. He's not been very active lately, so I'm not sure when that will happen, but yeah. So this is his building. The outhouse is here. Inside. Very interesting to see them inside, and then accesses the common plots here. The common plots are the shared areas, you know, the no man's land between the buildings. And then we have the Boulevard Tavern over here. This was built by Fire AU. Shouldn't be going in there. Authorized personnel only. So I have to wonder what's going on back there. It's very strange. Oh, butchery, I don't like that. Here we have the tavern, lobby. Authorized personnel only. I can't go down there. That sucks. And then, you know, spaces in the tavern for people to stay. It's kind of like a hotel. Go up, stairs, next floor, next floor. And then we'll go down the stairs and come over here. What if I just leave it? I feel like it's fine to just leave doors open. Honestly, I don't mind. Here we have a building that was abandoned by Fred and it's taken over by Fire AU. He's working on this. Hopefully he'll finish it. I'm gonna make him finish it soon. I wonder what this is. It's a curious little space there. And then it's a very short building, so it doesn't look like it's going to have very much capacity. Looks like it's only going to have 2 units up here, and then I guess this is going to be a very small unit down there, maybe some sort of storage. And then this was a structure also built by Fire AU. 42 Verdai. Barbershop here. I'm going to remove that. Don't really need that anymore. It's already kept in the spreadsheet. Over here. Books of Verdai. Remove this as well. Don't need that. Little bookstore here. We're going to say those are gas-powered lamps. World Building Incorporated. This is his development company and real estate company. I don't like that. I'm just gonna... I know this isn't my build, but it's either I destroy the sign or I make the sign work. Yeah, I feel like that's nice. You know, adds a little bit of... Oh shit! Wait. Authorized personnel only. I wasn't supposed to go in there. My apologies, Fire AU. There we go. Yeah, it's just very peaceful. The snow here, so peaceful. And then this is a building again I'm working on, and then we'll have the iron cast structure over there, and then we'll just go over to City Hall over here, and then this was another building I was working on. This was the Polish-inspired building. Funnily enough, the 2 builders that are working over here, one I believe is Polish, so he actually built a Polish eatery. And then this one, I'm not sure, but I believe this is a Polish word here. I'm not going to try to read it. I'm not going to try to read the word there, because I'm going to butcher it. I don't know the word it comes from, so I'm going to mispronounce that pretty badly. So I'm not even going to try. And of course, from last episode, we have the Italian cuisine, and I read that wrong. The City Hall Cafe, because of course, right outside the City Hall, little Italian cafe right here. And then the common plot over here. Unfortunately, this entire block was not finished by the end of the year, but I might work on it off camera. There we go. Okay, there. And we'll go over here. City Hall. So the thing with the snow is you can see it's sort of thinning out here. The snow will only fall within render distance or slightly beyond render distance. That's a river. Snow makes it easy, and the grass, of course, makes it easy. When the roads are there, it's actually much harder to tell what's a river. You know what? I'll handle this off camera. But yeah, the snow will only fall within and slightly beyond render distance. So it's not actually going to go beyond the render distance and pile up out there, which is fine because when it thaws, it's probably only going to thaw within render distance as well and slightly beyond it. So I understand why. So this is the City Hall. The City Hall building is actually not opened yet in the lore. Because you can see the City Hall Plaza is not yet finished. Is this a river? Or a plains? I thought I saw a river. Yeah, I want this all to be a plain so that this whole thing just freezes during the winter. I think that'd be pretty funny. The fountains freeze, and then they just stop working. That'd be awesome. Yeah, here's the City Hall. Pretty cool during the winter. Look at that, just loving that. I'm gonna take a screenshot of that, actually. There we go. Lovely. Building. And then here we have these gazebos that were being worked on. These were actually built already. Sit in them. And unfortunately, it does snow and rain through little tiles blocks. It's a... Interesting. I did not authorize that, but I'll allow it. Yeah, there's a glitch with cubic chunks that causes it to snow and rain through little tiles blocks, unfortunately. So in small structures like that, there's not really any rain cover. Here we have the outdoor chess sets, and then this is going to be a stand, and then this, I may keep this. I was going to remove this, but I think I'll keep it as a storage closet. And then maybe have some food stand over here. And then this is the municipal building that I mentioned before, which was never finished. I'm not sure, I may tear it down and entirely redesign it. It's not the worst. It's just, this one's white, and so is this one, so this one kind of sticks out. It kind of looks more like a university of some sort, but it also does have a government feel to it as well. So, hopefully, I'll be able to finish this for the 1855 finale and world tour. And yes, this is going to be the 1854 world tour. Here we have the WebSoak Bank. The bank was not... it was opened in the lore, but I was not able to calculate the jobs because the interior was not built. I will be building an interior in the bank at some point. Some point soon, maybe, because I don't like having old projects that I have to come back to. I like to finish all old projects and then move on from them. Here we have the Horseman's Plaza. This is a plaza that was built behind the bank. It's called the Horseman's Plaza because of the stables here. Maybe I'll rename it to the Bank's Plaza. I feel like that would be a better name for it, actually. And then we have these plazas here between the municipal building and the WebSoak City Bank. And this here is Justice Square. This square was built by Deadhand, who's actually online. He's the one building the large office building in Verdi Square. So yeah, Justice Park opened 1854, so does have the year plaque there. And yeah, you can see, nice little... It was actually supposed to be Justice Plaza, but I don't mind. I'll allow Justice Park. Nice little benches that he made here. I do appreciate that he didn't fill it with lamps, because the gas-powered lamps are a luxury commodity within this city. At the moment, we do not have a gasworks, so for the lamps, we actually have to import the gas to power them from outside the city, and there are no ports, so at the moment, no ports have been built, so it's quite a tedious process to get that in. Lore-wise, they're probably coming in on carriages from the, just from the woods, so that doesn't seem like the most efficient process. We should eventually open a freight connection and a sea connection through the canal. There's the Erie Canal, so we can open a port on the lake and then get a connection there. Go, the City Hall. And what else is there? The neighborhood of Tosca. You can see the roads were actually started. There's a pier there, but I'm not even going to head over there at the moment. I have plans. I'm actually considering terraforming this into an entire river that just goes this way, so that forces a suspension bridge to exist here. I think that would be pretty neat. I want to have suspension bridges throughout the city. I think that'd be awesome. You know, we could have the subways going across the suspension bridges. We could have rails going across water features or through tunnels. I feel like through tunnels. It's going to be awesome. Okay? It's going to be awesome. So, that's going to do it. This is going to be the last WebSoak City video of 1854. In the next video, when I see you guys, it will be 1855. Still Season 1. Season 1 is going to go through the 1860s. So, yeah, Season 1's going to go for quite a while. At least through the Civil War, I think. And, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys are enjoying this series so far. I am WebSoak, and I am saying goodbye. Subscribe if you're new. Leave a like. Later, guys. Goodbye.